Welcome to welcome to the Bravo Rundown. I am Genvieve Melzer, Real Melz of Bravo.
And I'm Sonia Weber, just booking around in Bravo, Bravo, Books and Bravo.
Yay, and we are so excited to discuss, well, the hottest topics of Bravo. This week, we're starting with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, our favorite topic, Amanda Frances.
Oh, yes. The wonderful Amanda Frances.
Yes.
You love to hate her.
Exactly. And she didn't really have as big of a role this episode as she had kind of previous, right? This was a little less Amanda Frances-y, but still so much to talk about.
Yes, which is good because the show was really writing on our dislike of Amanda and discussing how much we dislike her. So the fact that the show could be a good show without it being all about her, I loved it.
Yes, there's other storylines, other things happening. Let's discuss this interview that you and I both listened to, or we listened to a podcast about.
Yes. I love that neither of us watched the actual interview with Amanda Frances, but we watched the interviewer, Brice Sander, him be interviewed about that interview.
Yes, and I learned a lot about her, and I thought it was really interesting when he said that Amanda Frances is annoyed that when she's interviewed, she's only asked about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm like, okay, well, it's press for the show. Like, what did you think they were just going to be like, oh, and by the way, let's talk about you, Amanda, and whatever you want to talk about.
It's clear she's not aware of the Bravo world, the Bravo sphere, and just how it's kind of like sports. I compare it to sports. My husband's a big sports fan. Everything is sports, podcasts, radio shows. That's what Bravo is. And if you think it's just like a side little reality show we watch, but we want to know about your business, that's not Bravo.
No, you have people like us who are consuming Bravo podcasts, Bravo shows, social media, like all day, every day, and then commenting about it as well. She also said that she never watched Housewives.
That was so surprising.
Yeah.
I will admit, I watched little clips of her interview, and she did say that she had manifested, I don't know if she did manifested, but she had wanted to be on reality TV for a long time.
Yes.
So how could you not be what reality TV were you watching then? Selling Sunset?
Yeah, right. I feel like they said this in that interview. Is it a bad move for your brand to sign up for something that you've never watched? I mean, that's kind of like doing bad research because what if it does make you look bad, which it kind of is, right?
Yeah.
And she also shared in the interview that we didn't watch, but we got the cliff notes that she watched the first 2 episodes and then she hasn't watched since because she didn't like the way she was portrayed, which is also bad for her going into the reunion because she needs to be able to talk about things that were aired, maybe that misrepresented her.
And it's got to be, Jax is notorious for that. He never, ever watched Vanderpump Rules and would just kind of go in rogue to reunions and watch what happens live. It's clear you don't like your edit if you're not watching.
Yeah.
You don't want to see how you're being portrayed. You don't want to see the other ladies in their confessionals talking about you because you know it's not going to be good. Like she's so used to everyone speaking positively of her. And we've talked about how in the comments, right? How in the comments section of all her posts, they're all positive.
Yeah.
She doesn't look at any negative of her. So I think this is harder for her than she thought it was going to be.
Definitely. And then she's also allegedly shopping a different reality show of just her around. So she doesn't want to do Housewives again, but she wants to do reality TV.
Which, honey, this is going to be an issue wherever you go. No matter what reality, unless you're doing like an infomercial and just talking about what you sell, like a TikTok live or something. I don't know how you're going to escape this.
I think she wants like an e-reality show, like a very cavallari, like Kimura in the Fast Lane, kind of like this is my business and look at me, I'm a boss babe, and that's it. You know what I mean? Very tailored, the way the Kardashians do reality.
It's just her. Yeah.
To just make them look good, basically.
Yes.
And
that model just doesn't work anymore.
No.
And her product also, it's not like a lover boy. It's not like Bethany Frankel's margaritas where let me talk about it and then you're going to go buy it. This is kind of an abstract concept. People, like, it seems like you're selling how to get rich, but you're going to get poor spending money to get rich.
And that's what Bose said this week. Oh, and I've been listening to Amanda Francis's book. Right. And in it, she says, I've only listened to the first 3 chapters, but each chapter is like an hour long. So, yeah, the one of the chapters, I was like, this is like 50 minutes. Okay. So in the beginning of the book, in chapter 1, she says that Amanda Francis, like her business in 2019 made $5 million. But then she says, audiobook listeners, this is just for you, because when she was recording the audiobook was like years later. I'm not sure exactly when, but she said that their highest, or that they were making $600,000 a month. Amanda Francis, she's making $600,000 a month. And she said her highest month at that time was $780,000. And she said, that she's like $1 million a month is possible.
That's more than Sutton's spousal support payments over $300,000.
I know. So
from listening to that interview with Brice, and I think I understand it, it seems that her job, the bulk of her money is coming from business coaching. She's a business consultant.
Yes.
She's teaching people basically how to have an MLM, or no, not an MLM. Well, yeah, kind of, but how to have a coaching business like Teddy.
Yes.
Teddy and hers, like how you have someone that, I guess what Teddy's, it was an accountability coach to make sure you're working out. It's something similar to that, where you are coaching someone to then coach someone to then coach someone, and you have a pyramid, like in the office.
Yeah.
The pyramid.
And she said that she doesn't get money from those people that she's coaching, like when they start their pyramid.
Yes.
She's not making money from that. But the thing is, you could just have X amount of those happening all the time.
Yes.
Right. And so, we were trying to figure out, okay, if she really is making $700,000 a month, or even $1 million, it must be because she's got that set up. She's got those classes that you can buy online set up. And those are like $1,000, maybe more. You could have hundreds of thousands of people signed up for that. You know what I mean? That's just like a passive income thing. And then I think she does like business coaching for big CEOs. And those are like $20,000 sessions. So
I would imagine that's the bulk.
Right. Me too. So it is starting to add up. And my old boss, because I was an executive assistant for a little while, she got a business coach once. And we went, once she got the business coach, things really started changing. The business was growing a lot.
Okay.
A lot of the little things I feel like were kind of, whatever. But the business was growing, or
obvious
like
things
falling.
To do,
yeah. So we went.
Well, and they have that. Oh, go ahead. Tell me.
Well, we went on this like weekend to like be with the business coach, like all the managers, and he was really preaching kind of some of this Amanda Francis stuff of like being positive and leading with always like a positivity and not getting into the negative. And one of the things he shared was be above the line. So like, instead of making a comment like, oh, you're doing a bad job or whatever, you should always stay above the line, and then everyone else will follow you above the line. And if you were below the line, it was something like you were laying in bed, because it was like,
it's very corporate speak.
Really,
very corporate speak. Really.
So,
I wonder the age of a lot of her clients, because those of us who have been out in the business world for 20 years, we've heard all these things. But then at the same time, if you're building your own business and having a consultant cater that whole concept, those terms we've heard, to put together a policy manual of exactly this kind of thinking. So that business has nothing to do with manifestation then. That is literally helping someone build a business model.
Well, yeah, but I also think that with hers, she's like, you have to change your way of thinking about money to change your business and manifest. So she tries to teach you, like in the second chapter, she says that she teaches you how to like rethink the way you feel about money so that it's not going to limit you, which I listened to it.
Yeah.
I can't give you exactly what it was. I would have to listen to it again. So
one of those, like all these words, it's kind of like a big word salad, but in reading form. It's like a Dorit monologue.
Yeah, it's definitely like, don't feel bad about where you are in your like money journey, and just kind of just start rethinking everything that you feel about money.
But is it financial tips for a business or for your personal bank account?
I think both, but
okay.
yeah, I think I need more
I want to
chapters.
Look up, what she does for the coaching. I wonder if she has a website that specifies like a menu of plans that you could hire her for as a business consultant. Because she just comes across as someone as, how are you a businesswoman? The way she was like, don't call me a wimp in my own house.
I know.
I'm like, if you're a businesswoman, like you got to stand up to these people.
I know.
You can do it respectfully without, don't call me a wimp. Like she just cowered, which Brice said that too. Even when he would ask her certain questions, it was like a little turtle in the shell, not wanting any kind of conflict.
Right, which you picked Housewives and you really should have done some research or at least made your assistant research. What is this show about? What is happening on these shows? And you would know that chaos, turmoil, and fighting are like what is happening on these shows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I was actually happy to her to not be through the whole episode this time.
Agreed.
Because that conversation with her husband, did he side with Dorit?
What was he saying?
He said that when I went through my split, I don't know if it was divorce, I didn't want other people in my business. And she seemed a little annoyed with that. She didn't really have a response to it.
She didn't, that he was kind of like challenging her to just like let Dorit be.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be talking about her marriage was falling apart. I didn't want that either. And I was like, oh, that's not going over well, husband.
No. You listened to a really good podcast this week with Lisa Rinna and Kelly Ripa. Tell us the juiciest stuff that you learned.
Well, I think the biggest thing is Lisa Rinna is doing the podcast radio show rounds to promote her book. And she's giving a different persona where she goes. So I've now listened to, which is one interesting. She went to Radio Andy's Sirius channel. So she went to Jeff Lewis, Julia Cunningham, and Kelly Ripa, which to go to 3 different people on the same radio channel, usually the guests don't do that. They kind of vary around who they go to. And then it was interesting. She didn't go to Andy.
Yeah.
And Andy was on vacation this week, so his show's not on. But last week he was there and he filmed the reunion in LA. So he was there to even pre-record, but it was kind of seemed that he gave that interview over to Kelly to do. So that I just found interesting on its own. And then the way she is with Jeff and Julia Cunningham, it was like there was a guard. It was like, this is PR Lisa Rinna. She seems slightly irritated, like, don't give away too much of my book. It was very much the PR monster was behind her, how to speak. With Kelly, it was much more of they have a relationship. There was also an equal respect you could see. Like with Jeff and with Julia, it was kind of like, all right, I'm your talent. I'm here to do an interview. Whereas with Kelly, it was a camaraderie. It was a respect. It was like, all right, she has her, nationally syndicated show. She's big. So there was just that. I think that made it a good interview. That fact that it was a relationship.
Yes, yeah.
Then she went into all the same stuff that she did on the other podcast. And I guess it was from her book, but it was just more engaging.
Okay.
One, she shared that when she tried out for Beverly Hills, she tried out for season 1 and she made it pretty far. She was working with Kyle. She knew LVP. It was Andy who said no actors.
Interesting.
So it took till season 5 for her to actually come on the show, her and Eileen. And she said that at first Harry Hamlin was, no, don't do it. And then they saw how it could open up doors to other projects. So he said, okay. And then she said he told her, you can do it, but don't drink. So
Yes.
for 5 years, she didn't drink on the show. Why do you think then in year 6, she decided to drink?
That's a great question. Maybe she was just kind of like bored of not drinking, and
What
I
was it?
don't know.
Season
What's
6.
the
What was her
Yeah.
6th season? I'm trying to remember. So she came on in season 5. So it would have been then season 10. Was it a COVID season? If it was a COVID season, like fair
Then you
enough.
want to drink,
I mean,
yeah.
you couldn't do anything.
I wonder, that's so interesting because everyone else was hitting the bottle hard. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
So, um,
She did share she saw LVP very recently. She said normally they don't talk to each other, they don't acknowledge each other. She does feel that she manipulated her into doing a lot of things.
mhm.
She used the word groomed.
Oh,
Yeah, it was kind of a strong word, I know. But yeah,
I
so
mean, if the shoe
I
fits.
know. She said she saw LVP and it was at some sushi place she goes to near her house, and they live by each other, right?
Oh,
In
wow.
Beverly Hills, I think they live by each other, and that they just looked at each other, and she did her Lisa Rinna cackle. She called it a cackle, and they kind of shrugged and just looked at each other and laughed. And she said it was fine, but that was the first time that it was a decent interaction with her. Otherwise, they
Wow.
fully avoid each other.
And I mean, I guess I would go back to that Lucy Juicy whatever
Yeah, that
season,
was
right? That was like when Lisa like decided she was done with everyone. Lisa LVP,
no.
that
I think
is.
it was Dubai. Remember when they went to Dubai?
Oh,
That
yeah.
whole
So before
season,
that.
that whole trip, it was I clocked you. I know what you're doing right here. You're throwing it was the Munchausen season, right? Yeah. It was
Oh.
that whole incident with Munchausen. I think she feels that it was Lisa that got her to use that term. And she realized it. She's like, I wasn't told, but she said, I remember she said, she used these hand motions. She was like, I was directed to say it.
Well, and wasn't LVP and Yolanda very good friends? Like LVP was on like Yolanda's team, was she
I
not?
think they were when they first came out, and then it didn't stay long
Mm.
because LVP is friends with Muhammad, Lisa's ex.
Oh, right, right,
But
right.
of course, LVP is going to side with the man. So I think that it was like Yolanda's like, what are you doing?
And that's probably why she was like, "Oh, Rinna,
Yeah,
say this, say that."
yeah.
Okay, wait. There was another thing that we learned on that Bravo charged Lisa Rinna for being crazy on her social media. They fined her.
Yes.
What? You can do
Yes.
that?
$50,000. She said she got fined.
And did she pay that?
I assume, or they took it out of her salary, which makes you wonder,
I'm
Jennifer
shocked.
Aiden, like how many of these other people,
Yeah.
but also they threw Tamra under the bus in Orange County, right? At the end of the last season, saying she was
Yes.
talking to bloggers. I would hope they didn't fine her because wouldn't that be a fine? But
Good
she's claiming
question.
she
If she
didn't.
really, I know, I don't mean, I don't think she did, but if they said she did, they should
Yeah.
fine her. I
And
guess if you go crazy on your which I mean, I thought her social media was like unhinged in a great way. That's what we
yeah,
want, like
yes.
keep that coming. Don't find someone.
Wasn't she watching the early seasons of the show and commenting it?
Oh, was
And
she?
yeah, at
I
one
don't
point she was watching it,
remember.
like not very nice things about Vanderpump. She likes to get into those comments.
She really does. And we love her for that.
I love it. I'd be happy to see her back. Do you want to see her back?
I would love that. I don't think
Yeah.
she'll come back because she's just kind of above the show now, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you know how there's certain people that kind of get above Bravo. Like I
Yeah.
would say, like
Paige.
Paige and Ariana Madix,
Yeah.
like we're not going to see them again.
No.
Lisa, I don't think we'll see her again, but
I don't know. I feel like if
ooh,
she felt that way, I don't think she would have done Traders. Like I don't think Paige is doing Traders or on
no.
or Ariana.
Yeah.
But she chose Traders, and I find that interesting. I think that she misses it. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
think you're
she
right.
says, I'm not coming back, but I feel like if the price were right, and
Yes.
like hosting Love Hotel from that capacity, I could
Oh,
see her being
yeah.
like, for sure. But I want her messy on Housewives.
I know.
I didn't want her to leave, but I think she needed a Dorinda pause. Dorinda needed a pause.
I could see her hosting something or being like a judge on, I don't watch those shows, but like America's Got Talent or one of those. Like, wouldn't she be such
Yes,
a good judge on
she
that?
would
She
be.
would be like, yes, honey, this
Yes.
is amazing or whatever, you know what I mean? So, um,
I could totally see that.
let's switch gears and talk about somebody who's been getting kind of a messy edit, but maybe she deserves it. And that's Salley on Southern Charm.
I love her.
I know. Well, I know you do.
I love her.
She, I think she's good on the show. She's good for reality TV. Would I want to be friends with her? I don't know about that.
Correct.
And we were both
Correct.
listening to the Not Skinny, Not Fat podcast, and Salley was on. And I want to hear your take because I'm pretty sure that my take is a lot different than yours.
I know, because I mean, right out the gate, I was listening to it really early in the morning, and right at the gate, it's like, I just got a text. She was all discombobulated. I still go, you have to clarify this for me.
Yeah.
Did she receive a text from Whitner, or Whitner was texting other people?
I was confused. I was like, what is going on? Something had happened, but I couldn't figure it out either, honestly.
It sounded like, so Salley said, and Watch What Happens Live, y'all don't know Whitner.
Yes.
Basically, he's not that great.
Yeah.
So apparently it took like a month. That was like a month ago. I don't know.
Yes.
It took like a month, and now Whitner's mad after the reunion, unless something happened at the reunion and they discussed it.
She said they were good after the reunion, but now
yes.
whatever this new thing was, they're not good anymore.
Yeah. I think it's, I want another spot next season. What was it that pissed me off that I never said anything about? Let me say something about it now. Which, good. I want to see Whitner again.
Me
That's
too.
Fine.
I want to
start it.
Yes.
Light the match. Let's go. Let's bring you back. So he texts something to Salley that he's not happy that she said that because he had such a great edit. Everyone loved him. Yes. And now you're showing a different light of him, and it's changing how the public perceives him.
And it is, and it's making us, well, what is it? What is it? And then I think we started to see what it was when he said he was a hothead. And then we heard that he was, responded to a fan really negatively because they had different views, like very mean. Yes. So now that's showing that he is a hothead. And so now I'm watching from a different lens and kind of waiting to see more of that. But then in the after show, I haven't watched. He mentioned something and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. He said at Itchy Grass Farm, or is that what it's called?
Yeah.
When they were all there, he said, oh yeah, Salley came up to me on my like patio and like put her arms around me and was like, I could live in a place like this, or this is so wonderful. So he said she acts like this to everyone. So that makes me think, oh, did he think that maybe he had a shot too with Salley? You know what I mean? Just the fact that she's, and then he said, or someone else said, I don't know if it was, I think it was Shep, because they're paired up together on the after show. Shep goes, oh yeah, she likes to have like everyone in her pocket, or like she likes to have, you know, so I'm like, yeah, she is a big flirt. So what if, you know, she's doing this to Austin, Craig, Whitner, Shep, whoever is there just to like make sure she's in their good graces, and then she like picks who she wants, or I don't know, but I was like, oh, interesting.
I have to watch that because the way you're describing it, I'm just thinking of a drunk Salley that's having a great time on this rich family's farm. Like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
This is great. And Whitner took it the wrong way.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I don't know. But I thought it was great. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
At the end of Southern Charm, was that last week? Oh, yes. Last week they were at Itchy Grass Farms, and there was that. I'm so confused with Salley and Vanita. They start discussing. Vanita gets emotional, walks away. I don't understand what's going on with Vanita and where her mindset is. I'm so confused with their fight.
Me too. I just think that at this point, it's kind of like, let's be done with it.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand. I think maybe it was something that we don't like. Maybe it triggered something in Benita where, like, oh, you're not listening to
Oh,
me. I've never been listened, like something that
oh,
was
that would make
more,
sense.
like in depth that
Because doesn't
maybe not.
Whitner say that? Like, let her talk or something,
Yeah,
and then
but
Salley gets mad. I didn't even think it was that aggressive the
well,
way
no,
Whitner
and
said it.
Benita got mad at him and was like,
Oh,
shut
that's what
the
it
F
was.
up, wit,
Yeah,
right? And I was like, oh,
yeah,
and then he didn't get mad, which was like
he didn't.
shocking since
I
he's a
just didn't know. I
hothead.
know. I didn't know if they edited it. Yeah. Benita went from it was Benita, not Salley. The whole scene was like, what is happening? I'm not understanding what the anger is about and what we're arguing about here.
I know it was, yeah, it was weird. Uh,
Yeah.
One thing about that not skinny, not fat pod, Salley said that she's Madison. Madison brought her on the show
Yeah.
as her friend of, right? And I was
Yes.
thinking that Sally's very manipulative. In my
Mhm.
mind, she wants to be best friends with Madison. She wants to be best friends with Austin because she knows that'll keep her on the show longer. And she explained on the pod that she wasn't trying to get on Southern Hospitality, that she met Joey Bottles at like they were out and he was like, "Oh, you should like come on the show or, come hang out with me or whatever." And her friend was like, "Do you know who that is? That's Joey Bottles." And she was like, "I didn't know." Um, I think she's full of shit. Like
You
everything
think
she
she
said,
tried?
yes, I'm like, I don't believe you. And like, I don't know why. I'm just like, I don't believe you. I don't
Yeah.
believe you. Like everything. And she's
Her
like,
view of
no.
things
Yeah,
are
like
a
it
little
just
different.
happened. No. I'm like, I don't believe you. But
Was
I
it like you knew where Joey Bottles was going to be, or you text him say, "Hey, I'd be interested in the show." Oh, then he does respond to your text saying, "Come on out, we're
Yeah,
filming."
or
And
like,
so
like she did know, or she, maybe he did ask her to be on. I don't know. I just find her to be a lot more manipulative than
yeah,
she is trying to be. Like everything is just like, no, no, that didn't happen. No,
yeah.
like, no. And just the way she's like, no, I wasn't really into Craig. Yes, if Charlie had told me that she was into Craig, I wouldn't have cared. I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. So I just,
I and I also think that regardless of the relationship with Charlie and uh, Salley, I've watching this last week's episode. I still find it odd that you knew she liked him. He said he wasn't interested. Now he's coming to you. What are you doing? I mean, she has every right to, but I just
yeah.
feel like if that's your friend, isn't that kind of hurtful to your friend to do that?
Yes. And
She's
yes.
not getting that edit though at all. Everyone's still hating on Salley. And I'm like, well, Charlie, why would you want to start something like you can't say I really like it? Well, you barely know him.
True. I just think Sally is being very hypocritical because Vanita did the same thing to her. Now Sally's doing it to
Yes.
Charlie and she's acting like it's
Yes.
something different and it's the
Not.
same.
It
Yeah, I'm
is.
like, and I felt bad for Charlie when Shep came over and Sally was like, "You don't need to say sorry to him." Like, whoa,
Yeah.
chill. And
Yeah.
Sally is like Sheena with those like, she's my best friend.
She
He's my
is.
best
I
friend.
was thinking the
Right?
same.
We talk every day. I'm like,
Yes. In her connections to
ooh.
the Bachelor world, wasn't Sheena friends with all the guys from the back?
Oh
She is a
yes,
Sheena,
she's
but
a
also I
Sheena.
love Sheena like for the entertainment value. She
Ah,
doesn't bother me. Like I'll listen to her podcast. It's kind of like you're so bad, but I still love it. It's like a
oh,
misbehaved puppy. It's like when I was teaching and I'd have those students that would misbehave, but they just would come give me hugs and show me love and bring me gifts, but they'd get in trouble. I'm like, but I just love you.
that's so
Like
cute.
I think that's how I see them because there's a lovable I find a lovable quality in both of them, Sheena and Salley. I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know. I still enjoy watching her. Let's talk about another mess that's unraveling right now on
Okay, wait,
Bravo.
I have to something I
Yes.
forgot to say earlier about Amanda Francis. I
Yes.
I listened to a little bit of the Brice Sanders interview and Brice asked her, "Who are you friends with?" She says Kathy Hilton.
Okay.
Cut to interview of Kathy Hilton at BravoCon. Like this is in the interview. Cut to an interview of Kathy Hilton. Oh, at the beginning, I found her to be kind of annoying, but she's okay now. Cut back to Amanda, and she said, oh, she called me and told me she said that. Then she said Sutton. Her and Sutton, as
Oh,
Jennifer Tilly would say, Sutton. She's
Sutton.
friends with Sutton, and Sutton will call her and check on her. And
That
Jennifer Tilly is her friend too. But Sutton,
No, that's wild. And then she didn't name Erica because right now her and Erica seem like they're friends or are starting a
yeah,
friendship, which is odd, I
I don't
think.
know that Erica's calling her up.
Right.
Erica needs money for to pay for the hacienda and everything. Like
So she
that's
should be taking Amanda Francis's
no.
courses. Okay, she needs to change her relationship with money.
Yes.
Let's talk about the other mess
Okay, now
that's
the big
unraveling right now is Kyle and Amanda on Summer House.
yes, that was an intense episode.
It really was.
Extremely. It kind of caught me off guard. I thought we had two episodes of intense Kyle and Amanda relationship. This one's going to be a breather. Lindsay's coming this
Mhm.
weekend. No, we're still on the same weekend.
Yes. And I texted you afterwards because I was like, wait a second. Like, finally, I feel like I'm like, getting the wool out from over my eyes. Has Kyle this whole time been getting the fun party boy edit, but he really should be getting the like more of a Carl edit, more of a Jack's edit? Like, is his alcohol drinking a problem?
And did you put this in your TikTok? You made a TikTok
I made a
about this,
TikTok about
that
it.
he was also kind of hidden behind Carl because Carl
Yes.
was just so extreme in his using. Whereas does Kyle not see him having a problem because he's not using everything that Carl was using? It's just lover boys that he just keeps
Exactly.
drinking and espresso martinis.
Right. And Carl lost his jobs like
Yeah.
multiple times. He was always like messing up with the girls. So there's a lot to talk about with Carl, where with Kyle, he looks on paper like he
Mhm.
is fun. He is like he's got his
Functioning.
shit together, right? Like, yeah, I do think he is like I guess a
Yeah.
functional. Well, he's losing his
But
marriage, but his job, he's able to, run a business, successful business. Also, I think it's really interesting that he runs a business that is alcohol.
I know. It's a party brand.
Yeah.
So, and I'll give this to Kyle. So, yes, the company is not doing well. You have to go out and do promotions. You have to do that to keep the
Hmm.
business going, right? And it costs him money. So when he said that, doing these DJs, I get paid to do that, and I can bring all the lover boy. Fair enough. When the
Right.
alcohol comes in, is if you were clocked into a job, like I've had a job where we had events, and it was we don't drink at these events because
Yeah.
we're on the clock, we're working. If you were at the events and then drinking to the point of then partying after your work hours, that's where the alcoholism comes in, or whatever it is, the problem that's affecting your marriage. It's
Yes.
what's happening after. That's fine, DJ, that's fine, promote your alcohol, but then it's time to come home because you chose to get married, you chose that you wanted to start a family. These are things that you did and you promised to your wife, so now you have to fulfill those promises, but you're
Right.
not. And that's where the
Exactly.
problem is.
And let's say when Kyle and Amanda got married, she was always upfront about what she wanted, right? She wanted to
Mm-hmm.
settle down, she wanted
Yeah.
kids, right? I feel like she's been very upfront about that. Kyle, on the other hand, I've never heard him say that. I'm wondering if he thought, okay, we'll do that eventually. If he's now at the point where he doesn't want to do that anymore, he needs to say that.
Yeah.
He needs to say, I don't see myself having kids right now. I need to do this party DJ career. Like, I'm not doing that. I think you need to be honest about that because you guys should break up. I mean, we know they break up, but if if your intentions in the relationship change, be honest
Yeah.
about that.
But I don't think they've changed. I think that he probably felt at 43, 44, wherever he is, he was going to be at a certain place in his life. His
Mhm.
business was going to be booming. He was going to have a certain amount of money in his bank account. Now we move to the suburbs. I think he grew up in that area. They both
Mm,
have big families. Family is important. And I think he is not where he wanted to be. Loverboy is Summer House. I don't know that you can have
yeah.
Loverboy without Summer House. And he's seeing that. He's seeing the brand fail, but he's trying to bring it back. And because he's trying to bring it back, he can't focus on having a family. I think he says, he's right. He says, I want to have kids before my parents are gone. So he wants it. I just don't think he feels he's in the place to have them right now.
I also wonder because, yes, I think that he's on the line, right? Remember, he was like on the line for like $4 million or something loan. But like, was there ever a time when this company was like doing well enough where like these people have been making money from being on this show for years? So
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, do you have money in the
I don't
bank?
think so. I'm guess. Oh, like separate. So you have your personal income, and then that's the company, and you're using whatever income off of the brand to put back
Right.
in.
Like
I
I'm
see what you're saying.
wondering, like, has it been at a point where it's been enough, like, but it's not enough for Kyle?
That's true.
Like, what is enough for him? Because he can never have enough partying. He can never have enough.
That's
So I'm wondering, what is it? Does he want like a big Bethany deal where Jim Beam is like, we'll give
yeah,
you $800 million? Like,
yeah.
that's not going to happen. But
He's
like,
missed it. I think in the height of COVID, like 2021, when it was at its biggest, I think
hmm
that was when he needed to sell, and he didn't
hmm
sell. And at this point, I don't know how you revive it without you have to find someone like, what is it, like a deal, like when you do a deal, you sell it, just like let it go, cut your losses and move on. I think that that's
yeah.
where he's going to have to be. But then also I don't know if I think he has his MBA, maybe business degree. You're now 43, 44. You were a reality star for 10 years. You were trying to run a business for 10 years. If you wanted to settle down and have a family, what job do you take?
Yeah. I mean, I think he just continues to be a DJ. He can still do that even if he's not on Summer House. There's enough people that want to see him because he was on Summer House for all those years.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
he could really just do that.
You think he'd be successful? Because it seems like the DJs are now, it's like how the Kardashians used to do the appearances, right? Club
Right.
appearances.
Yes.
Nothing is for free anymore. Now you got a DJ to do a club appearance,
Right.
right? I mean, do you really? I don't know that after a couple of years, I don't know there'd be a demand. Who wants to go see Kyle from 5 years ago, Summer
That's
House?
true. He could probably write it out for like 2 years. But look at
Yeah.
James Kennedy. I think he's
Is
still
he? But he
playing.
was a successful
That's
DJ on
true.
its,
That's
or
true.
kind of. He's
Yes.
in a different world.
We are going. Was there anything else that you wanted to say about that? Because I think we're going to end our pod, but
Yes.
I
Yeah.
want to ask you a few questions before
Yeah.
we end. I
Okay.
have a rapid fire, so I just want you to say yes or no,
Okay.
or if you would like to bring these Bravo shows back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what about Southern Charm Savannah?
I could. Where are they now? One episode, two episode.
Okay, what
Catch up.
about Southern Charm Nola?
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Okay.
I like that one.
Oh, Family Karma.
Yes, yes, absolutely
Oh,
loved it. I don't know what happened. Let's get season
I
3 or 4.
know. Okay, what
So
about
good.
Martha's Vineyard?
It was okay. I know people loved it, loved it. What bothered me all the time, I'll be quick. What bothered me all the time on that show was that it was always cold.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
understand. I'm in the South. It's like it's 100 degrees in July. Why are they in sweatshirts? That bothered me, but that's all I
I
remember of
love
that
that.
show.
Or some people have said bring a couple of them on Real Summer House. Oh,
Yes,
yeah, that would be a good dynamic
that would
change
be
where
perfect.
you still have, if you're sending some people off to the city, bring some of those people that we're familiar with. You know what I mean? People like familiarity. What about Tabitha's Salon Takeover?
I felt like that one was always on reruns. Like
Yeah.
Below Deck is on all day long. I felt like that was always on. I'm good.
Jonathan Anton, Hair. I think it was called.
I don't remember that show, so I'll say yes so I can
Okay.
watch it.
Workout?
Yes, I'd want to see
Yeah.
that. I'd want to see that. John Hill, Andy Cohen's radio partner, he recently on his podcast did a whole rewatch of it and interviewed Jackie Warner and a lot of the people. So the nostalgia, I'll watch it.
Well, that is all for us today. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Bravo Rundown, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you, Genevieve.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.